the audition for The Hangover. How the hell does that go? What do you know about the role that you are auditioning for? Do you audition? I guess that's a stupid question. That's something you told me about too.
Right. No, I mean,
don't know this kind of stuff. It's fascinating.
Right. Well, back in the day I did, and especially around that time.
For that one?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I auditioned for Mr. Chow, and I just remember improvising the whole, I didn't go, but there wasn't much of a script for Mr. Chow. And I believe in the bodyguards in the script, they were my sons. So everything had just kind of changed. So they were looking to cast an older man, like in his 60s.
Yeah.
And there's somewhere on the Blu-ray DVD of The Hangover cuts of my audition, and I just went unhinged. It was like early Chow, and it's somewhere like there's like 5-10 minutes of me just all unhinged improv, and you hear Todd Phillips laughing in the background, and I got the part the next day.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it was one of those magic moments.
I'm sitting in Las Vegas currently right now for something that I'm working on. And I'm just waiting for the tiger to come out of the bathroom as we're having this conversation. I'm like looking out at the Las Vegas Strip, and the memory that whole movie, all of the actors. So it brings me to the question, when Erin and I go on the road with our crew, we have so many great memories. The game is obviously the game, but there's all these side stories of the group hanging out and different, things that we get into.
Great question.
So I can only imagine what your guys' crew was like. How long did you shoot the movie, and what stories could you share with us, or one anecdotal story to just sort of embody that group all together making that movie?
That's a great question. I do remember one of the first day I was shooting out in the Vegas desert, me and Bradley Cooper were walking through the Caesar's Palace hotel lobby, and I think we still had like fake blood and all just grimy costume and wardrobe, and we're headed back to our rooms, and no one batted an eyelash. We weren't
That's amazing.
We weren't famous and we weren't recognizable, and it was Vegas. No one cared.
No one.
I just remember me and Bradley just walking through the lobby, and no, and that was like every day in the first Hangover. And by the third Hangover, we were taking the same, I think, entrances that Obama would take to get into.
Right.
We're taking the VIP, just the side entrances, and it was like night and day. So that was kind of very full circle to go to Vegas the very first time, not get recognized, and then the third one, everything was completely different, and it was definitely a very full circle moment.
That movie, I feel like I remember when I first saw it, you just laughed so hard, and now, and I remember every age did. I mean, my parents love The Hangover, and I feel like anytime I check into a hotel, anytime I'm just flipping through the channels, I can't imagine your residuals. Also, congratulations for that. It's just always on. When Harry Met Sally, Sleepless in Seattle, The Hangover, it's always on. When did you guys know shooting the first one that you're like, man, we're onto something? Damn, this is going to be a hit.
I didn't.
You didn't?
No, I remember telling Tran, I said, I think this is the funniest movie I've ever been a part of, but I actually was one. I said, I hope women like it. I didn't know if it was too much of a guy's movie. And then so we had the early screening, like 3 months before the movie came out, like a friends and family screening, and Tran went. And the moment Bradley says, Tracy, we effed up, and Tran just gets it. She's laughing from that moment on. And she was like, Ken, rest your cares. Women are going to love this movie. They want to know what the bachelor party is like, what that night in Vegas is all about. And she actually was one of the first to call it. She goes, back then it was like, if you made $100 million at the box office for a comedy movie, that's considered a success. And I was like, do you think it'll hit 100? And she was like, it's going to hit 200. And that was her prediction. And it hit like 278.
Oh my God.
The final tally in just domestic gross. It was such, at that time, it was the biggest comedy, R-rated comedy in the, that hit the box office. It gave me a career. And no, none of us knew it would be that big. We knew we made a great movie.
Yeah.
But you just never know if the public's going to like it, if it's really going to resonate. So there's so many things out of your control.
Are we on a text chain, all of you guys? Do you still talk?
I do have it. Yeah. I just texted Bradley last week, actually.
What's the title of the text chain? Do you
Well,
have
no,
one? Never mind.
there's no title, but I think I started it. No one really participated, but usually it's like one-on-one. But we've all like remained close, and
That's awesome.
it's just I don't know. I one of those things where it's like a family. I don't know. I can't. It must be.
We got it.
In sports analogies, just when a championship team just gets together and when you win your first championship, that it's a very special kind of bond, I think.